Yo, are we live right now? I'm sorry, technical difficulties. Oh, we are live, and we've been live for a while. You guys have been looking at me in silence. Oh, okay. Sorry about that, folks. Welcome to another Jets Media live show. My apologies for those 45 seconds of silence. My software did not tell me I was live. I was waiting. I was like, why is it not telling me I'm live? But I've been live for 45 seconds. You guys have been looking at me not saying a thing. In this live show, guys, I want to talk about Dalvin Cook being released this morning from the Minnesota Vikings. The New York Jets are actually the favorites, the betting favorites to land Dalvin Cook. So I want to get your guys' thoughts and just break it down. Will the New York Jets go out there and get Dalvin Cook in the building? We talked about this on a video on the channel yesterday. We talked about it in a live stream on Monday. And today's the official day where Dalvin Cook became available. And the New York Jets have one of the most money in the NFL right now, cap-wise, that can afford a player like Dalvin Cook. Now, my first instinct that we've been talking about already, like, wait, we're pretty good at running back. We got Brees. We got Carter. We got Knight. We got Abanikanda. But I think this Jets team is doing something a little different this year that we're not used to, and that is never being satisfied. A player becomes available in the likes of Dalvin Cook, the Jets are going to go after them. Now, I don't know if the Jets are guaranteed, locked in to make sure that they're getting Dalvin Cook. We saw a report from a Minnesota Vikings reporter that the Jets are one of the two teams interested in looking into Dalvin Cook. The Dallas Cowboys was the other team listed in that conversation. So this is really interesting, folks, because we are in a situation here with the New York Jets that they are never satisfied, and they are looking at ways to upgrade this team whenever a player becomes available, because this Jets team is going all in for a Super Bowl run this season with Aaron Rodgers at the helm at quarterback. Now, that is a very interesting situation because Brees Hall, coming off an ACL injury, I don't know if the New York Jets have confidence that they have two running backs to really be the pipeline of this running attack heading into the season. Nathaniel Hackett really prides himself on having a running back by committee. He likes that 1-2 punch, and I think that if you look at the roster right now, Brees Hall's at number one. Who's at number two? You can argue it's going to be Izzy, Carter, or Bam Knight. But if you get Dalvin Cook, we have our 1-2, and that's Brees Hall and Dalvin Cook, with the other guys being more depth and rotational pieces. So if you look at this roster and you look at this offense, and you can give Aaron Rodgers a stud in Brees Hall, a stud in Dalvin Cook as his two weapons at running back. You got Garrett Wilson, who's a stud at wide receiver. You bring in Allen Lazard. You bring in McCall Hardman. You got the veteran Corey Davis, right? I mean, let's freaking go. I like the tight end room as it is. Ruckert's been looking good in OTAs. We got Uzama. We got Conklin, the two veterans. We got the rookie Zach Kuntz. I think that this Jets offense is one more playmaker away to make this absolutely stacked. You look at the way that this offense looks on paper, you don't really say that we're stacked at the wide receiver position. We got a dynamite explosion ready to happen when Garrett Wilson and Aaron Rodgers, but Allen Lazard, he's a quality number two. McCall Hardman's a gadget, speedy, downfield, yak type of receiver. Corey Davis is that veteran that can give you those really good clutch catches. We got Randall Cobb, who's going to be in the mix this season. But I think that this Jets offense wants more playmakers. And don't forget, the running back position's different in today's NFL. You don't need one running back. You need multiple. You need 3 or 4 running backs to be included in the rotation. Look at it like the wide receiver spot. All 5 of the receivers of Randall Cobb in no order. Randall Cobb, Garrett Wilson, Hardman, Lazard, and Corey Davis. Those are the 5 receivers that's going to be on the field throughout the entirety of the game. I think the Jets want to have 4 running backs in a similar rotation, and they want to add Dalvin Cook to that mix. Because if you can put out Dalvin Cook and Brees Hall as the 1-2 punch, and you fill in Michael Carter on passing downs, you can fill in Izzy Abanikanda on certain downs, I think that's the Jets' vision here, folks. And if you tell me that the Jets want to make sure that they have a running game in order to give Aaron Rodgers support on the ground and not feel like he has to just be an air-rated offense, I think you go after Dalvin Cook. And I also think some people are saying that he's washed up and he's past his prime. I would have to disagree. He's 27 years old, coming off another 1,000-yard season. You can argue that he's injury-prone, but he's definitely not washed. When the man is on the field, he is a dynamite home run hitting style running back. Whenever you put the ball in Dalvin Cook's hands, he has an ability to take it the distance, and he's still at an age where he's still got so much juice left. I mean, running backs that hit the 27, 28 years old mark, that's when they are entering their veteran stage of that running back committee. And you can argue Remember when this Jets team went out there 10 years ago and we got LaDainian Tomlinson after his prime years with the Chargers? He came out there and LT helped out this Jets football team back then to get to the AFC Championship again. Now, LT had 6 touchdowns, 900 yards that season, and that's really what we need from Dalvin Cook. I would love an 800, 900-yard season from Dalvin Cook and 6 or 7 touchdowns. On top of that, we got Breece Hall doing his thing. He can give us maybe 800 yards. Or I think that this Jets team would be smart to acquire Dalvin Cook. Now, I'd be lying to you guys if I did not think that Dalvin Cook and the Jets would never be in the same conversation. Like, when I heard Dalvin Cook potentially become available, I was thinking to myself, oh, wow, that's going to be some crazy NFL news. Like, the Jets aren't going to be interested in him. The Jets aren't going to be linked to him. I was wrong. The Jets are linked to him, and the more you think about it, it totally makes sense. We're going all in, folks. The Jets shouldn't be satisfied. I think that's our Jets fandom creeping in for the people that are like, we don't need him, we're good. I think that's our instinct of being content with what we got. But guys, there's a new mindset with this Jets organization. There's a new energy brewing here with Aaron Rodgers that we're not used to yet. I'm not used to this. Joe Douglas and the Jets are not satisfied if a player of the magnitude of a 4-time Pro Bowler becomes available. The Jets are going to be interested if it makes them a better team this season to go all in, because the window is short, right? The window to win is a little shorter than we think. We got this season and hopefully next season to go all in. So why not go get Dalvin Cook if you have the money to afford it, which the Jets do, by the way. The New York Jets have enough money to sign Dalvin Cook. Now, I don't know what type of contract he's looking for. I don't know the money he's looking to get on the open market. Of course, the New York Jets have to figure out the Quinnen Williams contract situation. They also have to keep in mind that there are some players currently on the Jets that are going to be due to get paid pretty soon. Elijah Vera Tucker is going to be eligible for a contract extension after this season. You know, of course, Sauce Gardner, Garrett Wilson, that's 2 years down the line. But these are the types of things that the New York Jets organization have to keep in mind for the long term and how you map out the cap situation. So if I'm the Jets, I go out there and try to pursue Dalvin Cook. Because another reason why you want to get Dalvin Cook is because the other team that has been interested in rumored to land Dalvin Cook is our division rival, the Miami Dolphins. Now, if we can steal Dalvin Cook from the Dolphins, that's going to help us. I can promise you that. Now, I don't think this would be a slap in the face to anybody in the running back room. I don't think Michael Carter or Breece or anybody would be upset with adding a 4-time Pro Bowler to learn from. And another thing, folks, the Jets don't have a veteran presence in the running back room right now. We don't. There's not one player in that running back room that's a veteran. Michael Carter is the oldest player, and he's entering year 3. We got a year 3 player in Carter, 2 year 2 players in Breece Hall and Zonovan Knight, and then we have a year 1 player as a rookie in Izzy. So the Jets could use a veteran in that running back room, especially for a season where we need to make sure that we have guys who are established and ready to go. Now, I think Breece Hall is established and ready to go. The only thing holding him back, we all know, is his injury. Michael Carter, he's entering year 3, coming off a down year last year from his standards. I think he's going to have a better impact this season. But if you could say that, I think we can agree here, folks. What's better, a 1-2 punch of Breece Hall and Michael Carter? A 1-2 punch of Breece Hall and Izzy Abanikanda? A 1-2 punch of Breece Hall and Donovan Knight? Or a 1-2 punch of Breece Hall and Dalvin Cook? Right? I think it's time for us to take the Jets goggles off and realize that we're excited about Izzy as a rookie. We're excited about what Zonovan Knight can do in year 2. We're hopeful that Carter can bounce back in year 3. But the reality is of this situation, guys, is that Dalvin Cook is better than Michael Carter, then Izzy, and Zonovan Knight, and that's not even a debate. So when you look at it from that perspective, absolutely you want to get another upgrade at the position in giving Aaron Rodgers 2 stud running backs as the 1-2 punch in Hall and Cook. That is how I think about it. And I think that us Jets fans, our instincts is being content. We have to refresh our mindsets that this Jets team is never going to be satisfied when you have a win-now mindset to go all in, folks. That's my thoughts of it. So let's get into the chat now. I want to hear what you guys have to say a little bit more. Guys, if you're enjoying the show here, please do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button on your way into the show, folks. We only have 17 likes. I think we can do better than that. Make sure you guys hit that like button if you're enjoying the show, guys. We have 31 likes, excuse me. Let's get that up to 50 likes if you're enjoying. I want to put a poll up in the chat to get your thoughts of if you want Dalvin Cook or not. Should the Jets sign Dalvin Cook. All right, let's ask you folks in the chat. Vote away, baby. Vote away. Dolphins favorite to land him. Jets at second with 5-2 odds. Fins 1-1 odds. Now, I saw my man, Boy Green, tweet this out. I'll show you it. I don't know what. Yeah, look, this is what I was looking at. Let me see if it's still the same odds. Yeah, according to here, the Jets are on bookies.com. The New York Jets are the betting favorites. Now, of course, every betting website's probably going to have different odds, right? But here's my man, Boy Green, saying that the Jets have the best odd to land him at plus 600. Dolphins right behind him at plus 625. So, yeah. Yeah. Now, of course, every single sports book, every bookie is going to have their own odds, but the Jets are favored on one, and then other teams are the others. Tommy says that was on Bet Online. Okay. What's up, Rich? What's up, Megan? Welcome, welcome. Hennessy, this would be another OBJ situation. Another team will overpay. Now, that's possible. The Jets could be doing the due diligence, and then another team can come in and just freaking pay a little too much. So let's see what the poll has to say, guys. Vote on the poll. Cook is not taking a hometown discount to play with Tua. Now, obviously, he comes from Miami. The Miami Dolphins have been the rumor to get him from the beginning of this whole situation of finding out Dalvin Cook's getting released. So that's who I thought was going to get him, bro, to be honest. How many years does he want? I don't know. That's a good question. Great question. 27 is fine. I've seen him on the field, speed racing down the field. Yeah, I mean, at 27, let's bring up his stats real quick because I think some people are just assuming this man's washed. And I'm here to tell you that Dalvin Cook is not washed up. The only thing that you got to worry about Dalvin Cook is his injuries. And I think getting him is pretty damn... It's a good risk, is my point. He did 72.1 rushing grade last season. He had, last year, we're talking about 1,184 rushing yards and 8 touchdowns, averaging 4.5 yards per attempt, forced 51 missed tackles, 3.18 yards after contact, 30 explosive runs, which is 10 plus. He had 39 catches, 295 receiving yards, 2 receiving touchdowns. I don't know how you can say that's washed up. Give me a 1,184-yard rusher with 8 touchdowns any day. A veteran that's been there, proved that he is an elite running back before, 4-time Pro Bowler, at 27 years old. Yeah, I think that is right up my alley with the type of player I want the New York Jets to bring in. Especially someone that's still at the back. This is when you want to get a player at 27 at the running back spot. When you're all in the win this season. Sign Cook to a 1-year deal. I'd love that. If we can get him on a 1-year deal, highly incentive-based, yes, sign me the hell up. This is it, folks. I just feel like for the people that don't want Dalvin Cook, why? Why don't you? Because you don't want to pay too much or you like the running back situation the way it is right now? Because you can't sit here with a straight face and tell me that Dalvin Cook would not be an upgrade and not add more talent and more firepower to the offense. Because Nathaniel Hackett needs 2 running backs. A 1-2 punch. And I'll say it again. Do you think a running back duo of Breece Hall, Michael Carter, or Breece Hall and Izzy, or Breece Hall and Bam Knight, are any 3 of those duos better than Breece Hall and Dalvin Cook? No! That's the answer. Simple as that. You can't argue that. Dalvin Cook is better than Michael Carter, Izzy, and Bam Knight. So if you get Dalvin Cook, you have an upgrade at the running back spot. You got Breece Hall, who's coming off an ACL. You can rely on Dalvin Cook a lot early on in the season, so Breece Hall can ease his way back, because the Jets do not want to rush Breece Hall back and give him a big workload right out of the gate. And this is a season where we need a win right out of the gate. And if Breece Hall is not going to be at 110% and getting us the explosive plays out of the gate, we need a running back that can do that. Now, are we going to trust that Michael Carter can do that right out of the gate? That Izzy Benekenda, the rookie, can do that right out of the gate? That Zonovan Bam Knight, the undrafted rookie last year, can do that out of the gate? Because to be honest with you guys, I don't have confidence in those three players to take on a workload as the running back number one for this team early on in September. We need an established player to do that, so when Breece Hall does get healthy and ready to go, which, by the way, I know that he might be ready for week one, but I still think there's a mental funk and a mental thing with the physicality of the game of football coming off that injury that we're not going to see Breece Hall dominating until October, November, which is fine. We need Breece Hall at the back end of the season heading into the playoffs more than anything. So if you get Dalvin Cook, it takes the stress away. It takes the pressure away from Breece Hall. He can regen. He can get his mind back into shape. He can get his timing back onto the field, while the Jets can rely on a true number one running back in Dalvin Cook, with still having Carter being in on certain downs and Izzy and all the other running backs. So I think it's an absolute no-brainer. I think this is a no-brainer for the New York Jets. We got the money to do it. Absolutely. By the way, is the poll not working in the chat? Because I don't see any votes. Thank you, Ed. I appreciate that. Cook makes so much sense for us, but what happens to Carter and Rookie? So those are decisions that the Jets will have to make, obviously, in training camp. So if we land Dalvin Cook hypothetically, you would assume that it's going to be Breece, Dalvin Cook, and then it's going to be a competition between Carter, Bam Knight, and Izzy for that running back 3 spot. And you have to assume they're going to roll with 4 running backs if you get Dalvin Cook. And then probably Bam Knight would be the odd man out if I were the ones. Okay, so you guys can't. I'm going to end the poll and do a new one. Oh, wait. I just ended it, but you guys voted. So 72% said yes. Okay. Richie, who would you prefer if you could only have one? Dalvin or D-Hop, and why? Now, I personally think Dalvin Cook might be the better answer here over DeAndre Hopkins, because we have Garrett Wilson, we have Allen Lazard, we have Randall Cobb, we have a lot of weapons at wide receiver, but outside of Breece Hall, I don't look at the running back position as stars. I don't look at Michael Carter as a star. I don't look at Izzy as a star. I don't look at Bam as stars. I look at those 3 players as quality running backs to be part of the rotation. I look at Breece Hall as a star. So we have a star in Garrett Wilson. We have Allen Lazard, who I think can be a star with Aaron Rodgers. But I think getting 2 stars at the running back spot would be smart, because they run with 2 personnel packages with 2 running backs on the field at the same time. Nathaniel Hackett likes to have 2 running backs. I might lean more towards Dalvin Cook. Anytime, Jet Life, anytime. I completely agree with you. Thank you. Running back room is the key. Yeah, we need to make sure that the Jets have an established running game for Aaron Rodgers. Nathaniel Hackett prides himself on running the football to set up the play action, to set up the deep shots. So the run game is important here. And Dalvin Cook, bring me Dalvin Cook, man. This is a all-in year, no question. That getting Cook is a no-brainer. What's the point of having A-Rod if we aren't going to maximize the years that he's here? Exactly. If you don't want Dalvin Cook, I'm really curious why. Like, we're talking about a season to go all in, and why would you not want to get Aaron Rodgers, another dynamic weapon to go all in with? Especially with the running back that we're hopeful to be a star coming off an ACL. That's a big risk. And the players behind Breece Hall, I don't think can handle the load of being a number 1 running back. I don't. I'm being honest. I like them. I'm not saying anything against them, but I don't think that we can rely on a rookie out of Pittsburgh that we got in the 4th round to get 25 carries a game and lead us to victory. I don't think we can rely on Michael Carter to get us 100 yards a game with a couple touchdowns. I don't think we can rely on Bam Knight, and that's if Breece Hall, obviously, isn't back at 100% out of the gate. We need to make sure we have Breece Hall insurance, and Dalvin Cook is that. Here's why. We already saw what happened when Breece went down. Carter Knight didn't get it done at the level Breece did. Cook has proven he can match Hall no problem. Exactly. Bingo. Bingo. If the Jets don't meet with Cook, then they must have a lot of confidence in the running back room. Yeah, I agree, man. He's going to go to Miami. He posted a pic in their stadium, and he wants to go there. Yeah, I think that the Dalvin Cook to Miami makes a lot of sense, and I think that it's very possible that he goes to the Miami Dolphins. But the New York Jets are also reportedly interested, so they are definitely in the conversation here. When do you think Hard Knocks will be announced? That's a great question. I don't know, but it has to be soon, man. Hard Knocks usually is announced like in March, so something weird is going on. We have to have a running back when Hall gets hurt. Well, hey, don't say when, okay? Breece Hall's not getting hurt. It's if he gets hurt. Don't manifest Breece Hall getting hurt, okay? Okay? He'll be fine. He's going to come back and be 100% in. John is 100% out on Dalvin Cook. So, John, I'm curious, my man. Let me know why. Let me know why you're out on Dalvin Cook. Ragnar says, definitely get Dalvin. Let's imagine the scenario where Breece gets a setback in first part of the season. Hell no. Get star depth. Yeah. Exactly. If we can't rely on Breece Hall to come out of the gate early on in the season to be where he is, we need a star to fill in for Breece, like, early on. And there's not a star running back on the roster outside of Breece Hall, okay? Hey, welcome. James Alba with the $5 super chat. Thank you, my man. I appreciate that. The 49ers had a 1,000-yard back off his rookie year in Mitchell and a great package option in Debo, but they still gave over a bunch of picks for CMC. Exactly. You need star running backs. Even like a system like the San Francisco 49ers, that you get all these random running backs that come out of the draft, like Elijah Mitchell and Jeff Wilson before he left, and, you know, it's like a pipeline of a system. They can get a undrafted rookie or a late-round rookie running back to fit in their system, but they still went out there and sacrificed picks and paid a lot of money for a star running back like Christian McCaffrey. So why wouldn't the New York Jets go out there and get a star who's available right now, who they don't have to trade for, by the way? They don't have to give up any assets besides just finances. Cook can be a good mentor for Breece as well. Exactly. They will need Cook because Michael Carter and Bam Knight are too young, so they don't know what Dalvin Cook knows. Yeah, Dalvin Cook will also provide a big impact for the young. That's what I'm saying, folks. This running back room doesn't have a veteran presence. Tevin Coleman was that veteran presence the past 2 seasons. Tevin Coleman's not here anymore. Tevin Coleman wasn't good with the Jets. We need a veteran in there to help be the veteran presence that people can learn behind, right? Randall Cobb is that veteran presence in the wide receiver room to help young players like Garrett Wilson. We need a veteran to help out the running backs. We have a veteran in CJ Uzomah and Tyler Conklin to help out the young players like Ruckert and Zach Kuntz at tight end. Right? That's how it works. So the Jets are in the market for a veteran running back. And if you wonder if it's not Dalvin Cook, are they going to pursue somebody else like a Zeke? I don't really want Ezekiel Elliott. Honestly, I want Dalvin Cook. Deshaun says, I hope we don't get him. So John says, Carter and Knight don't know what Franco Harris knows. Should we sign Franco Harris? Logic matters. I don't understand this. Obviously, they don't know what Franco Harris knows. Should we sign Frank? I mean, you sign Dalvin Cook. He's going to help out the young running backs. I mean, that's the way it works. If that's your reasoning why you don't want Dalvin Cook, I don't know what that means. So Deshaun says he's done. He's washed. So Deshaun, let me ask you a question, my man. Would you say a running back that had 1,100 plus yards and 8 touchdowns and averaged 4.5 yards per carry, you would call that washed? You would call that stat line washed? Because to me, a running back that gets over 1,000 yards and that gets in the end zone 8 times and averages 4.5 yards per carry, that's not a washed running back. That's a very good running back, by the way. And that's what he did last season. So he's not washed. And he's 27 years old. So he's not that old. So, and against our defense last year, 20 carries, 86 yards, and a touchdown. That's what I don't get. For the people that are calling him washed, what are you basing that off of? Because stats don't, like, there's no facts behind that. Is that just like you just assuming he's washed because he's older? He's not 23? Dalvin Cook could be running back 2 and Brees could be running back 1. Yeah, that's exactly it. Why did they release him? Explain, please. Because why did the Arizona Cardinals release DeAndre Hopkins? He's not washed. Players get cut because for financial reasons. The Minnesota Vikings are in cap hell. They need a relief of his duties. It's time to move on. They wanted to free up some cap space. They wanted to get rid of him. This is what teams do. Just because a player gets released doesn't mean they're washed. DeAndre Hopkins in 9 games last year put up 800 plus yards, and he still got released. Sometimes some teams and players want to get a brand new start. The Vikings are ready for Madsen to take over and ready for a new start. Dalvin Cook's ready for a new start. That doesn't mean he's washed. James with another super chat. Double super chat here. Thank you, man. But this feels exactly like when they signed Tomlinson in 2009. Good young running back and Sean Green already there and a great veteran add. Yes, I said this earlier. I literally made this same connection, James. I don't know if you heard me, but I said, remember when the Jets signed LaDainian Tomlinson? He was past his prime. He hit his prime on the Chargers. He comes to the Jets at the back end of his career. He helps the Jets with a young running back and Sean Green already there carry us to another AFC championship. And LT had 850 yards and like 6 touchdowns. That's what I would be expecting from Dalvin Cook. 800 plus yards, 5 plus touchdowns. You get Brees Hall similar numbers, maybe 900 yards, 5 plus touchdowns, and we go. That's the goal. That's the vision. That's the vision, man. Jets fan Josh, what's freaking good, my man? Welcome back. Appreciate you. I have so much faith in a bounce-back season for Michael Carter. Nothing was his fault but bald given the scheme. I get a vet like Cook, not knocking it, but MC is so much better than he gets credit for. I agree. I do like Michael Carter, but I can't rely. You know, this is one of those seasons, folks, where we can't really blindly believe and just have a hope that young players are going to take a step, because if they don't, then we're screwed. We need to make sure we get some established players in case some young players don't step up. Right? What if Izzy can come in and do what Hall did? I love Izzy, man. Don't get me wrong. Izzy Abenakenda, I think, has a really bright future with this Jets team. And hey, you're right. Izzy could come out of the gate and be absolutely elite for us right away. But with the construction of this Jets roster, with Aaron Rodgers at the helm, with the Jets trying to go all in, do you want to put all that on a rookie? Obviously, it'll be great, but do you want to put all that on a rookie's shoulders to carry the load and be our number 1 running back? I personally don't. If this was a season where Zach Wilson was the quarterback and we're still trying to develop the team and we're still looking more in the future, then I'd be all in to give Izzy that role. But that's not the case here, folks. We got to get rid of that mindset that we've been having year in and year out. Let's let the young kids play and develop for the long term. We still want the young players to play, but we need established players to go all in to win right now. We are in a situation that this Jets team is ready to win a damn championship this season. Dalvin Cook is that. Dalvin Cook is an established player to come help you win right freaking now. And I know that I'm not used to this either, folks. I am not used to a win-now team, but this is what win-now teams do. They don't rely on young talent to carry the load. It'd be great for them to carry the load. There'll be depth options. You get a Dalvin Cook to help out the development of Izzy for the long run. You get Dalvin Cook to help the development of Zonovan Bam Knight and Michael Carter for the long run while he's out there impacting the football game, impacting the team today. That's the difference. We have too many question marks at running back. And if you really want to break it down, let's go through the running back room. Brees Hall, unfortunately, there's a question mark there. The only reason why there's a question mark next to Brees' name is because he's coming off an injury. If he did not come off an injury, there would be no question mark next to his name, because that man is talented as hell, and he has number 1 running back, star top 5 running back potential written all over him. But unfortunately, Brees Hall is coming off of that injury, so we have to put a question mark next to his name. Let's move down the depth chart. Michael Carter. Michael Carter has a question mark next to his name. He hasn't proved to be able to be an NFL every down running back. I think what Michael Carter's role is, a running back that can, catch balls out of the backfield, make people miss in the open field, break tackles. He has great balance, great vision, but he doesn't have that explosive breakaway speed that can just, change the outlook of the game. And that's fine. That's not his game. He doesn't need to do that. We have Breece Hall for that. We got Izzy for that. Michael Carter's that type of running back that is, out of the backfield, pick up the first down, help move the chains. And I like that about him. Right? Izzy Abenakenda, question mark next to his name. Want to know why? He's a rookie. He's never played in the NFL. We don't know what to expect from a rookie. You look at his tape at Pitt, fantastic. 20-plus touchdowns, 1,400 yards. Last year on the ground. I like Izzy's game, but there's a question mark next to his name because he's a rookie. We don't know what to expect. Zonovan Knight. He looked good in his first couple of games last year as an undrafted rookie, but then he kind of slowed down, and I have a question mark next to Bam Knight's name. He's not an established player in this league yet. He's only played a handful of games in the NFL. He was undrafted. He's unproven. So those are 4 question marks. Question marks all over this running back room. You get Dalvin Cook in here, it gives you an established, okay, we don't need to worry too much. We don't need to rely on the breakout of Carter in year 3. We don't need to rely on a rookie to be a stud. We don't need to rely on Bam Knight to potentially be the guy as a year 2 running back. We don't need to rely on Breece Hall to come out of this ACL like Adrian Peterson. The Jets need insurance. They need to be prepared for injuries. This is the season to go all in, folks. This is it. Richie, we are electrified during the offseason. We are in it. So close is not enough wins. Yeah, I agree. I think the running back room is good, but I think that it could be great with the addition of Dalvin Cook, folks. I think that's really how the Jets are looking at it. We like our running back room, but you add Dalvin Cook, we really like our running back room. Because if you look at the offense, you can argue that the running back room is one of the weakest part of the whole offense. If Breece Hall is fully healthy and fully loaded, then that's a different story because he could potentially be the best player on offense next to Garrett Wilson and, of course, Aaron Rodgers. But coming off that injury, that's the saddest part about this whole conversation. Adding Tippmann and getting AVT back is going to make a massive difference. Such a big difference. And a healthy Mekhi Becton. Don't forget that, bro. Don't forget that. A healthy Mekhi Becton on this offensive line is a different animal, especially on the ground, bro. When we're talking about running the football, that is Mekhi Becton's strength. If Mekhi is fully healthy, AVT is fully healthy, Joe Tippmann, those are 3 offensive linemen that's being added to the O-line this year because AVT was hurt after week 6 last year. Mekhi was hurt before the season began, and we're adding Joe Tippmann. So those are 3 brand new players on the offensive line that we did not have last year. We did have AVT, and we saw how great he could be if he's healthy. Dalvin Cook was released today. How long do you think it would take for us or another team to sign him? So I think this can go on for a couple weeks. There's not really a rush for him to sign because he needs to sign before training camp. Look at DeAndre Hopkins. He has not signed with anybody yet. He's taking his time. He's visiting with Tennessee, I think I saw. So I don't think Dalvin Cook's going to be in a rush. I think he's going to want to go on meetings. He's going to want to figure out some contract situations and have those meetings. So I don't think it's going to happen soon. Cook isn't the same dude. I wouldn't give him more than 5 to 6 mil. So why do you think he's not the same dude? I'm just curious. What makes you think that? Because the only thing that I'm worried about Dalvin Cook is his injury history. But you look at his numbers, when he's on the field, he's that dude. He is that dude. Last year, I mean, how many games did he miss last year? Because he still put up a numbers where he's over 1,100 yards, 8 touchdowns, averaging 4.5 yards per carry last year. I mean, that's a dude. That's a dude. I mean, that's a great running back. 8 touchdowns, 1,000 and 1,100 yards, 4.5 yards per carry. I mean, what more do you want from a running back? Y'all don't need Cook. I mean, if you look at it from the perspective that we don't need Cook, you're right. We might not need him. It'd be a luxury. But this is a team where the Jets are going all in. Think of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Did they need Leonard Fournette? No, they went out there and got him, and it worked for them. Leonard Fournette was a veteran. They brought him in, and he became their guy. Now, we're lucky to have a young stud in Breece, but we don't necessarily need Dalvin Cook. but it would absolutely change the dynamic of this offense with him. And that's what we need to happen. Richie, Dalvin has first-hand look at A-Rod. I think he wished he was on the same team. Yeah, Roger. Dalvin Cook and A-Rod, they know each other very well. They verse each other twice a year since Dalvin Cook entered the league, man. Always look to upgrade. Cook is going to a contender. That's another thing, guys.
I didn't get that.
Not you, Siri. Why is Siri talking to me? We got to look at it from this perspective as well. We don't want our rivals to land him. We don't want Dalvin Cook go to Miami. We don't want him to go to Buffalo. If he's going to go to one of the rivals, let him come here. Right? He's coming to Miami. Just give it up. I mean, if he goes to Miami, cool, but the Jets are interested in, so I'm not going to give it up. I'm going to talk about it because that's my job. The Jets are interested and favorites to land him, so I will be talking about it. If he goes to Miami, cool. All those linemen hurt last year. Can you evaluate Michael Carter and Bam? I mean, it's true. I think Michael Carter and Bam were unfortunately behind a banged up line. I think that they would have had a better season with a better line. I think you can definitely say that, Bleed Green. Man, Rich, you're skipping all my comments. Oh, no. Sorry, man. I don't mean to do that. Let me see your comments. I'll trust Joey D on this one. Youth at running back is normal in the NFL. If people get paid for old running back, players like Kareem Hunt are still out there. Yeah, youth at running back is normal, but I feel like the running back position is going through an interesting trend of value. I think that the running back position is getting a little bit more valuable recently. You know, after seeing Bijan Robinson getting drafted in the top 10, Gibbs going where he went, some running backs getting paid, I think that the running back position is becoming valuable, man. Just playing around. I'm a Dolphins fan. I really enjoy your content, Richie. I'm playing around with you, my friend. Appreciate the love, brother. Cook, a great receiving back. Exactly. Don't look at it just from the running back, the running game perspective, folks. This is going to help out Aaron Rodgers. Quan is still a free agent. Yes, he is. Apparently, he's asking for too much money, and the Jets don't want to give him that money. They're looking to get him back on a veteran minimum. So they're hopeful that Quan will come to his senses and say, yeah, I'll come on a veteran minimum. Quan is definitely an interesting situation. It is interesting. Jets fans are not used to having a Ferrari in the garage, let alone more than one. We need more Ferraris for playoff Super Bowl runs. Yeah, we're not used to this. We're like, oh, wait, I kind of like our running backs. We don't really need him. Well, he would be an upgrade, so we do need him. If you can upgrade this team and you can afford it financially, why freaking not? Right? Why not? It's not going to hurt the team in any way. It's a low risk, high reward bringing in Dalvin Cook. It's a 1-year deal. What's the risk involved? What's the risk involved? Richie, you're skipping my comments. Sorry, Christopher. I'll go look. Sorry, there's a lot of comments. I can't get to them all. But you said if Lyman is good, our running backs can score a lot of touchdowns. I agree, Christopher. I agree. I think that with the potential of our offensive line, with the healthy Mackay, AVT, Joe Tippmann, hopefully Laken Tomlinson returning to his Pro Bowl self, which he was the year we signed him, and then whoever that other tackle spot is, I think our running game could be elite. No doubt. How many running backs do the Jets need? How about worrying about the offensive line? Well, the offensive line is deeper than the running back room, Chris. The offensive line has a lot of depth, more than running backs. I'll say that Buick Grand National. Glad Buffalo wasted money on Ed Oliver. Go get Dalvin Cook. The Jets have already experienced what it's like to not have enough depth. In Green Bay, Rodgers had a 1-2 punch in Dillon and Jones. Yeah, I mean, who's the 1-2 punch right now? It's Brees and who else? It's Brees and Carter. It's Brees and Knight. It's Brees and Izzy. I know that those three players have potential, but I'd rather get an established player. Cook would be such an upgrade, but if we can't land him, I think Zeke would be a great addition as well for cheap. We'll see. Exactly. O-line is another key for them backs. And I like the way the offensive line looks right now. I really do. The key to the offensive line this year is really simple. Health. If this offensive line is healthy, we are fine, folks. We are fine at offensive line, and we can't expect the offensive line to be healthy 100% all year long. And I think the depth is there, though. I think there's a lot of depth on the offensive line. I mean, we have 4 or 5 tackles competing to start. So whoever doesn't make that starting 5 are going to be backups, and I like our backups. If we miss out on Cook, I think we should try and add Kareem Hunt. Yeah, I think the Jets are definitely going to be looking at a veteran running back. The fact that they're interested in Dalvin Cook tells me that they are definitely looking at the veteran running back market. Folks, if you're just tuning into the show, to not hit that thumbs up button, please make sure you do so. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you guys tuning in. We got 69 likes. Nice. Let's get that to 100 if you're enjoying the show here on Jets Media. We're talking about Dalvin Cook being released by the Minnesota Vikings earlier this morning, and I wanted to give you guys my thoughts of the Jets potentially landing him because the Jets are interested in him. There's reports that the Jets are linking themselves to Dalvin Cook. We have the finances to afford it. We have an open spot in the running back room for him. It seems like the Jets are going to try to get it done. Now, the question is, does Dalvin Cook want to come to the Jets? Maybe he prefers to go to the Miami Dolphins because that's his hometown. Maybe he prefers another option that's giving him more money. We don't know. We went through this with OBJ, and OBJ decided to go to the Baltimore Ravens. So we'll find out if he actually decides to come to the Jets. But I'm excited to give you guys my thoughts. Like the hairstyle, Brody. Thanks, Ali. Appreciate that. Appreciate it. Cook can have a little break from having a heavy load on him. That's another thing. We can offer Dalvin Cook an opportunity to not be the workhorse. We need as many things as possible. Christopher says if Brees is healthy, he can be one of the best running backs in the NFL, and if Rodgers is, we're winning his Super Bowl and chilling. That is true. If Brees is fully healthy, he has potential to be a top back in the NFL. That is no question. I think we can expect Brees Hall to be a top back in the NFL, not this season, but the year after that. It's a lot. Brace yourselves, Jets fans. Brees is going to be back. He's definitely a different breed with his recovery, but we cannot expect him to be a top 5, top 3 back right away. We just can't do that, which is all the more reason why we should get Dalvin Cook. I wish Cook came to KC. Now, hey, you never know. He could land in KC. I prefer the fitted. Adds to the Richie swag, baby. You prefer my fitted hat beside... Well, I can't actually wear hats right now. Want to know why? Look at this. Now, this might trip some of you guys out. Watch this. You notice anything? This is the reason why I'm not wearing hats right now, folks. I know this is kind of confusing. Does anybody know why this is happening? That's why I can't wear my hat. You guys think I'm home right now, but I'm not. Hennessy knows. I'm a magician. You guys think I'm home, and you guys think I'm in my natural studio, but I ain't. How about that? Now I'm giving you guys my secrets. You guys are not supposed to know that, but I thought it was funny. Which is annoying because I can't wear any green now with a green screen behind me. If I wear green, I become invisible. I'm actually curious. Let's try this out. I'm gonna put on my Aaron Rodgers jersey and then see if I disappear. Oh my God. This is magic. I'm disappearing. Oh man. The one and only Aaron Rodgers jersey. Transparent and all. That's a look. That's a look right there. Woo! Let's go. All right, folks. We're live. This is pretty sick. I should rock this. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, you guys are seeing. Boom. Now how about that? Well, we're getting off topic. Now we're having fun with the green screen. Now I'm just going to be the invisible man. So, Dalvin Cook and the Jets might be coming, and I'm invisible. So, some people are probably pulling up thinking like, what the heck's going on with Richie right now? He's tripping. He's making everybody lose their minds. I've become a magician. I am now invisible. I am now invisible. But we're still reporting on the Jets, baby. This looks so weird. Should I go back to the... Yeah, let's go back here. Oh, okay. Now everything's all screwed up. Okay. Now we're back. Okay, let's get back on topic. I think you guys enjoyed it. And you can join me being invisible for a couple more. Dalvin Cook would be invisible to defenses because he's going to run so fast. Facts, J-Ro. I think we'd be better off with MC and Izzy getting carries. Cook would get and spend the money on Quan and for Rodgers' contract. Yeah, I mean, he is it would be like a 1 to 2 year deal. And if the Jets can figure out financially, I mean, he's better than MC and Izzy. You're just a floating head. I am a floating head right now. What if I go like this? This is like fun. I hope you guys get entertained on this. I am invisible. Should I put my arms in the jersey too so you can't even see my arms? Yo, some people are probably joining the stream new and they're like, what is going on in this live stream right now? All right, I got to take this off because now I'm giving you my secrets. Because the whole point of a green screen is you're not supposed to know that I have a green screen because it doesn't look like I'm on a green screen right now. If I didn't tell you that, you would have no idea. If Cook is a Jet, he's amazing, but if he goes to the Dolphins, he's washed. That's the narrative. Field Yates tweet. Recently signed Falcons corner Baron Borders have been suspended for the first 2 games. Okay. Oh, the Jets have released Will Parks. That's what you're referring to. Wow. That's interesting. Are they opening up a roster spot? Breaking news, guys. The Jets have released Will Parks. That's weird. I got to tweet that out. So now I wonder, are the Jets opening up a roster spot for a new player? And I feel bad, man. Will Parks is a player that's been released so many times with this Jets team, and I really like him a lot. So the Jets have just officially released Will Parks. I'm just tweeting it out real quick. Just give me 1 second. Are they opening up a roster spot, though, folks? That's what I'm thinking. Hold on 1 second. All right. Tweeted it out. So I think that's an interesting thing. What are you guys' thoughts of that? Hennessy sent in a super chat. Richie, will your boy Becton move to right tackle if Dwayne starts, or does he tell him I am a left tackle and become a backup? This is a funny super chat, Henny. He's going to have to suck it up, play right tackle. If he wants to make a fuss out of it, that's going to hurt his value heading into free agency next year. If Makai's smart, he plays right tackle if the coaching staff says that he has to. Because if he makes a fiasco out of it, it's going to impact his free agency. So, it's a good question, though. Good question. But now with Will Parks being released, very interesting. Your Mets shirt, boo. Hey, this is a Mets and a Knicks shirt combined. Look at that. This is a Mets and Knicks hybrid. Is that fire? So, folks, can we get to 100 likes? We got 91. I think we can get to 100. If you're feeling a little spicy, hit that thumbs up button, folks. Let's get it going. Let's get the fun going. That shirt's fire. Thank you, Henny. Appreciate that. So, folks, I do have a quick announcement. As you guys know, we do have a proud sponsor of Jets Media on these live streams, and they so happen to be Manta Sleep. Manta Sleep is the best sleep mask on the market. If you guys want to use my promo code JETS for 10% off, that link is pinned at the top of the chat. Now, this is a sleep mask that I've been using ever since I got it every single night. I mean, they sent me this mask a couple months ago, and I don't think I've slept without this ever since. You put it on your face. It's 100% blackout, super comfortable. You can open up your eyes with it on. It's really next level technology. I like to call it the luxury of sleep masks. If you guys know of anybody that's struggling with sleep, whether it's a family member, a friend, or even yourself, I would highly recommend gifting them this Manta Sleep Mask. You get 10% off using my code JETS. This is really, really elite if you guys like to travel. If you're ever in a situation where you want to take a quick nap, but there's a lot of lights, whether it's you're just in your car, you want to take a quick nap, whether you want to lay down on the couch, but there's not pure darkness, you put this on and you turn off the lights, and I guarantee you're going to get some better sleep, because I personally like this better for naps. If you are a nap person, it just turns off the light and lets you just relax, lets you go inward, and lets you just shut off all the senses around you. So if you guys want to support Jets Media, a simple way to do that is by simply clicking the link at the top of the chat, using promo code JETS, getting 10% off on your Manta Sleep Mask. They have a lot of different options. This is their Pro Mask, which is my personal favorite. They also have a classic mask. They got it for kids. They got a Bluetooth mask with a speaker attached to it if you want to listen to some music as you fall asleep. They have so many awesome products over there on Manta Sleep, guys. So make sure you guys use my code JETS and get your Manta Sleep Mask today. And if you do use my code and purchase one, let me know in the chat so I can give you guys a shout out. Appreciate Manta Sleep for sponsoring today's live show. Glenn with the $5 super chat. What's up, man? I know you're skipping my chats, but I still hit the like button and support the channel. LOL. Thank you, Glenn. I'm not skipping your chats. What are you saying, Glenn? I'm not skipping it on purpose. I skip a lot of people's because there's a lot of people to get through. It's not anything individually, Glenn. What are you saying, though? Probably saying some nonsense. Appreciate you supporting, Glenn. Always. You're always welcome in this chat. You're always welcome to talk some crap, baby. That's what it's all about. First off, clean shirt, Richie. Cook to the Jets. I don't know how I feel about it. He's a great back, but we got Hall. I hope we get a bruiser like Zeke or Fort. I agree. I don't know. Honestly, Muffields, I appreciate that, but I don't agree. I think that we need another version of Breece. We need another player like Breece Hall. We want the 1-2 punch to be similar players. A running back that can take it the distance, right? We can't rely on Breece to be Breece Hall of old and right out of the gate. You get Donovan, you get Dalvin, and you got that player. Do y'all see the clown on ESPN who said Jets will finish last in division? Same guy who said we should have signed Bridgewater over Rodgers. That's ridiculous. Richie, aren't you so stoked for the real very possibility of putting Belichick into the ground? I'm down. I would just want to beat them on Jets Media Day. Please. We need to beat them on Jets Media Day, guys. And speaking of Jets Media Day, if you guys want to purchase your tickets for Jets Media Day. The deadline has passed, but I do have limited tickets available. So if you are interested in getting your tickets for Jets Media Day still, I do have availabilities, a limited amount of tickets. And let me know in the chat right now. Would you be interested in coming to Jets Media Day, but maybe you just can't pay me now and you would like to purchase your tickets more towards the game? Because I do want to have enough tickets for if people do want to come like a week before the game or a month before the game. Maybe it's August and you're like, you know what, I do want to come. You know, I know it's really early to commit to buying your tickets, but it's hard to really balance me buying tickets and then having to sell them. So let me know if you're interested in coming to Jets Media Day, and maybe we can work out a payment plan or anything along those lines. I'm really open to working with you guys because I want to make sure if anybody decides to come to Jets Media Day, I have enough tickets to give you. And that's the one thing I want to make sure that they have. Like, my worst fear is that somebody asks that, hey, I want to come, and I don't have any more tickets. So let me know because I am going to be purchasing more tickets from the Jets soon. So, again, let me know if you're interested in coming to Jets Media Day. I'll put the link in the chat right now if you guys want to check out how to purchase your tickets. So let me do that real quick. If you are interested. So to purchase your Jets Media Day tickets, I just put the link pinned in the chat. So let me know if anybody is, and if you guys don't really know what I'm talking about, Jets Media Day is an event that I'm hosting this season for the Week 3 game against the New England Patriots. Now, your ticket is going to come with a lot of fun things. It's going to come with access to the field after the game. We're going to be sitting in section 126, I believe, and we're all going to be sitting in the lower end zone, right? And we're also going to get access to a all-inclusive tailgate party hosted by Gotham City Crew. All-inclusive, hosted by Gotham City Crew. Food, alcohol, drinks, a live DJ, music, a lot of interactive stuff for kids. You're also going to be getting a custom Jets Media Day t-shirt that I'm designing myself. I will also be doing a Jets Media Tailgate live show from the parking lot that you guys can be a part of. So again, if you do want to come to Jets Media Day, let me know because I have a limited amount of tickets, and if you do want to buy your tickets, that's linked at the pin of the chat. And if you have any questions regarding it, email me. The account says I'm interested. Well, my man, let me know if you have any questions regarding anything to do with it, and we'll go from there. So, Xavier asks, why was Will Parks released? I don't know. Maybe they're opening up a roster spot for Dalvin. Need to be at that tailgate. Probably going to get the tickets when I get back from vacation. All good, man. The tailgate tickets are going to be, I don't know when the deadline for that is, but you definitely have time, my man. I would have purchased the ticket from Jets Media Day, but the flight and hotel prices are insane from Iowa. Man, Jacob, that stinks. All good, though. All good. My biggest fear is Zach having to relieve Rodgers even one quarter. Don't worry about that, hopefully, Kev. Hopefully we don't have to worry about that. Right? I agree. That's definitely something that we don't want to see happen. The only time you want to see Zach Wilson out there is taking a knee or something. Right? That's the only reason why we want to see Zach. Carl Lawson's on a mission. Yes, sir. Yes, freaking sir. So again, guys, if you want to pull up the Jets Media Day, don't forget to email me at richiemalure99@gmail.com. The link for the tickets are pinned at the top of the chat. If you want some more tickets, let me know. I do have limited access to tickets, so they are flying off. They will be sold out probably sometime soon, so we will find out. Hennessy asked, the ticket that I got included the Gotham City tailgate? Yes, it did, Henny. So, Hennessy, you purchased tickets to the full package, which gives you access to everything you see on the flyer, my man. So you're going to be able to be at the Gotham City Crew tailgate, which is at Lot J3, starting at 9 in the morning for week number 3 against the New England Patriots. So, Henny, I'll see you there, my man. Your ticket comes with it. Let's go. All right, folks. Aaron from Australia. I would love to come to Jets Media Day, but the flights from Perth to Australia are quite expensive. Yeah, I mean, definitely people flying in, it's more expensive. I totally understand that, Aaron. Well, I appreciate you tuning into the channel from Australia, though. It's freaking awesome. So, folks, that's going to wrap up today's show. We wanted a breakdown of Dalvin Cook potentially coming to the New York Jets. I do have a fun announcement. I will be on Bleacher Report tomorrow, and I would love if you guys can come support me over there. I'm pretty sure it's going to be around 2 p.m. Eastern time. If you guys can download Bleacher Report, follow me over there. I'm going to be live. I'll probably be posting the link to my socials. So if you guys are not following me on Twitter or Instagram, I will be posting the link to the Bleacher Report link. And we're going to be talking about Jets OTAs and Dalvin Cook situation. So I'll be live on the Bleacher Report app for the New York Jets tomorrow. So I want to see you guys supporting me in that live chat. That's going to wrap up today's show, folks. Hit that thumbs up button if you did not already. Hopefully Dalvin Cook is coming to the New York Jets. I love it, and you should love it too. Peace out, and I love you all, and let's go Jets.